revealed Doom: The Dark Ages, I was a little excited. I thought to myself, how could they improve since the last game? They created a fantastic and addictive combat system in 2016, and then they perfected it with Doom Eternal, and did pretty much everything they could with the mechanics and systems in the DLC. Like, what now? The wait was agonizing, and the day before was torture. And when the game finally booted up, whoa, boy!
This is the greatest game of all time. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Now, keep in mind that Doom: The Dark Ages isn't Doom Eternal, but Doom Eternal wasn't much like 2016 either. The essence and the core gameplay is still there. You're more of a tank here than a zoomer on monster, but don't get it twisted. This game is still balls to the wall, and even for a schizo like me, this game made me have to pause and go outside for a breather because, man, this game is a lot at times, and I mean that in the best of ways. This game just goes so hard, so fast for so long, and the game only gets better in the second half as you gather your entire arsenal, and the enemies become more varied and the arenas more challenging. And the Doom games were meant to be played on the hardest difficulty. I couldn't stop playing this game. I haven't gamed this hard in a game in what has felt like years. Neglected my friends, called out of work, went to the gym early, lined up hours of YouTube, and surrounded myself with the bare essentials.
The government is hiding billions of pounds of cheese.
Sometimes you just need a great single-player linear game to get away from all the monotonous multiplayer and bloated open-world games. So, while the world taught Darth Vader how to say slurs, damn, I just kept running it in Doom: The Dark Ages. The speed, the challenge, the mechanics, the arsenal. The shield itself is one of the most satisfying weapons in gaming. I just yeet that shit in any direction, and by the time it comes back to me, it has a bigger body count than your mom. That shield bash, oh, the parry, that super shotgun, The whole game is constantly giving you new enemies, weapons, and mechanics, and every level is filled with alternate routes, collectibles, and optional content to help you upgrade your already heavy arsenal. There's just always shit to do. And just when you're starting to get a little tired of walking in the game, it asks you, hey, you wanna go flying? And zoom! Somehow get bored of piloting a fucking dragon? Fine, pilot a mech! Go straight gangsta on those demon asses. And even when piloting the mechs and the dragon, I still just get the itch to get back on the ground floor as soon as possible and get back to ripping and tearing, man. I'm telling you, just editing this video is making me want to go back and run it in Doom: The Dark Ages. I loved this game. You think just because I beat this game in 2 sittings on the hardest difficulty that's gonna stop me from doing another playthrough? Well, that ain't happening. I'm just itching to play it again and again. As a matter of fact, I already finished my second playthrough. I'm gonna start my third. Man, I can't recall the last time I sat down and played a game all day like this. Not that there's really been games like that recently.
You violated the law.
Now, this game isn't exactly perfect. That $7 price tag is fucking egregious. New standard. Man, shut the fuck up. Even if I feel like I get my money's worth, it still pisses me off. We're already entering the world of $80 games thanks to fuck-ass Nintendo and other video game companies thinking this is the new norm. RTX required is also pretty bad. A lot of people don't have those cards and can't afford to just buy the new ones. Plus, ray tracing just kills frames and makes the image look like absolute dog shit most of the time. All for some overly bright ray tracing image that burns my retinas.
No, get those lights off! Off!
My little brother borrowed my 5-year-old RTX 2060 gaming laptop, and the game still ran amazingly. So at least it can make a game run well and also not be 200 gigabytes. I honestly didn't even notice the ray tracing too much, and I think the game could have released without it. Also, the game's UI is pretty overbearing. It definitely looks like one of those mobile games with all the UI and bright colors, but the game really just is that busy. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Now, what is literally my biggest criticism is the soundtrack to this game is just pretty good. It's great at times, but it's just not amazing like how it was in the 2 previous games. Because of the fuck up of the century where it and Mick Gordon fell out for, reasons. The way the music was implemented and was dynamic and was carefully made to allow players to think of their decisions in the middle of combat, which is why the Eternal soundtrack has much more shrills and grooves in it. It's fucking genius. It seems like such a minute detail, but for those who have played these games, they know and can feel a giant component missing. Ugh, I just want Mick Gordon back so bad, man. Every time a new Doom game is released, teenage pregnancies hit an all-time low, yet testosterone levels spike, and fuck all the bitching the low-T soy boy gaming journalist, basement-dwelling, polyamorous, my wife's boyfriend is my best friend motherfuckers gotta say. I don't care about your nitpicks. Game too hard? Learn to play. Game too slow? Speed it up. Game too easy? Slide it up. Get filtered. bitch! This game slaps me in the rear and tickles me in all the right places. Id Software has done it again. Doom Eternal is one of the greatest PC games out there, up there with the very best. You guys just aren't ready for that conversation yet. So if you haven't already, played the modern Doom trilogy. These games strike a perfect balance of being mechanically and mentally challenging. The dance of its enemies, arsenal, movement, and resource management, especially in its hardest difficulties, is masterful. Only accomplished by few other games. And something we see less and less of in this industry. A game to challenge and entertain, where the satisfaction not only lies in the completion of its game, but mastery of its systems and mechanics. All of this with soundtracks to rival any other. Get this game, play these games. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm gonna go start up another playthrough. And since you're at it, hit that like button. I'll see you filthy casuals in the next one. Peace!